Check out g2a.com for great gaming deals and use code HATTON for a discount. Hello, welcome to Hatton Games. Today we're going to be breaking down a round between Virtus Pro and Simple's old lineup of worst players. On this round, Virtus Pro group up towards the A bomb site and put heavy presence at the middle doors. You can see that with the amount of spam they are laying down through the door, they are trying to stop any CTs from being pushed up aggressively so that they can run their smokes later on without any interference. Eventually they work their way through long A with all 5 players, and Snax does a nice pot flash over the top to clear out the area methodically. With another flash from Taz, they are able to take control of the entirety of long A and proceed to set up their smokes. The smokes form a wall between Virtus Pro and the CT side, allowing Pasha to run on site to plant the bomb. The crucial part of this strategy are the Molotovs that are thrown straight after the smokes, as they help clear all of the areas on site that could potentially stop the plant from happening. As you can see, the cannons, backside, close van and upper are all covered. Of course, with Simple being simple, he tries to go for the ninja defuse through Virtus Pro's smoke. It comes down to 2 seconds left and Pasha getting a few stabs in before Simple finally goes down. As the round plays out, Virtus Pro lose some pivotal aim duels. The engagement on the ramp is particularly one that should have resulted in a trade for Virtus Pro, yet they get nothing from it. Another scenario is Taz, who is holding the point of contact as the CTs cross to site. Pasha should have been able to get more aggressive from his position and help even the numbers, but again they come away with nothing. All of these factors put together ended up with Virtus Pro losing the round, but it's important to realise that the strategy is still solid and can give you another option when changing things up from the usual B pushes. Jumping into the POVs now, we will start from Pasha's perspective. Once everyone has finished spamming the middle doors, he is the first one to head towards long A. He waits for everyone to group up and pushes out with Snax's flash. He then waits for Snax to get into position and for Taz to flash the next segment of long A. Pasha doesn't throw any nades, so it's his job to make sure no one can push up on his team whilst they are setting up. As the smokes bloom, Pasha is the first one out with the bomb. It looked like he was going to throw a Molotov, but then pulls out a smoke for sight instead. This is where it seems like he gets lost in the smoke and doesn't plant in the original spot. As he hears Simple defuse the bomb, he goes for the knife to make sure he doesn't just whiff his spray into the smoke. From that overview, Pasha's position looked like he had 2 easy frags from sight, but as you can see through his POV, the smoke from Taz severely limits what he can do, and he ends up fluffing the shot as the CT crouches. A pretty unfortunate turn of events, but one that could be avoided with Taz just simply not throwing the smoke. Taz is the second man in on the long push and covers the left side as he enters in. Once it's confirmed clear, he flashes over the roof, allowing Snax to peek the next angle with the AWP. At this point, Taz is the first one going in, and it's important he clears all the spots to allow his team to safely set up. This includes checking danger by himself. As Taz pushes the site, he has a Molotov out to throw off the site wall, covering the cannon position. It's his job to provide cover towards site for Pasha to get the plant. You can see that his main focus is the back right of site, as that's the only spot that isn't Molotoved off. Here is the point where Taz throws the deep smoke onto site. This is the one that obscures Pasha's vision and hinders their own crossfire. It was probably meant to be a defensive smoke to force CTs to push through it, however it left Pasha in an odd situation of either leaving Taz to die and play the bomb, or do what he can to help through the smoke. Either way, Taz gets 1 kill as a point of contact and then goes down. Nia heads with everyone towards long and sets up his smoke for sight once everything is clear. As soon as the smokes are blooming, he throws a flash over the wall, which is timed perfectly with Pasha's push. He then proceeds to Molotov upper, but it looks like it fell a bit short, as well as his last grenade for anyone close van. At this point he has no more utility and falls back towards danger to wrap behind the middle ramp. The entrance was still smoked by Simple, but as soon as filling through the Molotov, he forced himself through the smoke and got taken down. You could say that he should have delayed the ramp push a bit longer when it was safe, but there was no way of knowing if they had abandoned ramp completely, and he didn't want to be left out of position should the defuse come in. Snax has the AWP and is responsible for holding long A whilst everyone spams the mid doors at the beginning. When everyone eventually groups up to long A, he grenades the corner to prevent any quick peeks that will reveal his team's information. Once they are close enough to long A, he throws a flash through the gap in the wall and proceeds to push up. As Taz's flash goes off, he jump peeks to clear the next angle and continues to hold it whilst his team walks up to set up smokes. Once Pasha calls that he's got the cover towards the front, Snax is able to set up his smoke for the left side of the wall. When the push comes onto site, he molotovs close truck and spams it with his AWP. This molotov from Snax is crucial as it prevents anyone from walking up close to the site smoke and simply spamming down Pasha as he goes to plant. Once the bomb is planted, he falls back towards Neo at the ramp, and this is where it all goes wrong. Neo dies to fill in as he pushed through the smoke, but Snax misses his shots completely and dies as well. This should have been a guaranteed kill with the CT's back turned, and had he made this shot it would have provided a position to play the afterplant and also help Pasha, who was still on the site. At the start of the round, Byali heads towards drop on his own to create a bit of presence using a flashbang. He holds passively and then drops back once everyone is grouping up towards long A. One thing worth noting is that on this strategy you can definitely have one of your players lurk drop for a big flank. You just have to make sure the smoke and molotov is thrown by a different member that hasn't got any nade sets, like Pasha for example. Going on the big flank through connector would also still allow you to play the bomb in an afterplant situation, as you can actually see it just as you pass the truck. Once everything is clear, Byali sets up his smoke for the middle of the wall and throws the first flashbang before Neo's. When he gets towards the wooden fence, he sets up his molotov that lands at the back of site, which prevented Simple from jumping up to stop the plant. From this position he covers Pasha when planting the bomb and throws down a bit of spam. As you can see, when the defuse comes in, he instinctively aims to where the bomb should have been planted and then has to readjust to kill Simple. Unfortunately, this left him a bit open to getting wallbanged and he's dropped instantly. Villain is a CT holding close middle at the start of the round. As you can see from all the spam and mid doors, he can't get aggressive without taking damage early on. As Virtus.pro set up for the grenades, he can hear the steps from Taz as he clears danger. This gives information to Simple to face towards long A with the AWP. The smokes come in and he flashes towards ramp to delay anyone from coming through. Simple also throws a smoke for the ramp to help him hold any late pushes. It's important that he stays alive in this position, and you can see that even when Virtus.pro are planting on site, he's waiting for the push from ramp. The molotov baits out Neo perfectly and he turns his back thinking that there wouldn't be two people from behind. Snax then proceeds to whiff his shots and Philin simply turns around to kill him. By this point everyone is dead and Philin did a good job of holding ramp, even if it was partially down to a big misplay from Snax. Simple is playing together with Philin on the A site with the AWP and rotates between looking towards the door and long. As the smokes come in, Simple smokes off ramp for Philin and tries for a pot shot through the smoke. Here's where you can see how effective the molotovs are in keeping him out of the site. He has no choice but to wait them out and allow the plant to happen. It's at this point where Simple tries to make a big play with a ninja defuse, which almost worked with 2 seconds remaining. It's not the smartest decision, but with an execute like this it can sometimes work with all the chaos going on, and what else can you expect from a player like Simple? High risk, flashy plays that make it to the top of Reddit.